There was some sort of a dev blog that you guys keep talking about the upcoming changes to aircraft carriers and submarines. So let's take a look at that. It shouldn't be too long. Oh, we've been hard at work. Oh, poor you. Aircraft carrier plane spotting has too much impact. Anti-aircraft mechanics and consumables don't feel impactful enough. Rebalancing spotting and anti-aircraft mechanics while ensuring that aircraft carriers remain viable in battle. Blah blah blah. The core aspect of our prototype is that aircraft carrier planes will have two different modes: travel mode and attack mode. The difference between the two modes are outlined below. Travel mode: we don't want aircraft carrier planes to spot enemy ships while traveling, only when they are attacking. This will reduce the majority of random spotting that aircraft carriers provide while scouting for targets to strike. That is true. Planes will be able to travel at maximum speed in this mode. While traveling, the aircraft carrier will only have the information provided by the spotting of allied ships. Surface ships will be able to spot enemy aircraft carrier planes during this period if in range, but their AA guns will not be able to engage them. However, the defensive AA fire and fighter consumables can be used against planes in the traveling phase. Wargaming are gods of overcomplicating things. They are insanely special when it comes to overcomplicating things. So you're telling me, if I got this correct, while your planes are flying, no one can touch them unless you run into a fighter squadron. Then they will engage you, of course. Or if a ship turns on defensive AA, then they can actually shoot you. So their AA is useless even more than it was now, unless you have defensive AA. Then you can shoot the planes that are flying above you and potentially have no interest in touching you. Until they decide to attack, then they scout you for the whole team so everybody can dunk on you in the same time. And then your AA will start shooting, which is too late at that point. Way too fucking late. They're actually making AA worthless now. They're actually going to make it worthless. Why would I carry defensive AA? Chat, tell me, why would I carry defensive AA and attack the planes that don't want to attack me? They're just flying, and I'm like, oh, look, planes. Sir, we got AAs, we got flak, we got 3.7, 5.5, 88s, 105s, 120s. We got everything. No. They don't see us. Don't shoot them. If they come, then shoot. And that also means, by the way, that I'm going to be able to pre-drop, if I'm reading this correctly, I'm going to be able to pre-drop all the squadrons, leave just one, fly above all their entire fleet, get to the ship that I want to attack, if I know roughly where he is, attack, scout him, drop, be done. I'm going to be losing far less planes. How is this a smart idea? Let's keep reading. Maybe I'm completely off the rails here. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. When launching an attack, the planes will be able to spot enemy ships. Oh, there we go. At the same time, the AA from the surface ships will be able to fire the planes. Oh, there we go. In case the aircraft carrier keeps attacking the same ship repeatedly, the ship's AA strength will get significantly stronger. Instead of significantly weaker because it's getting bombed? Oh, fuck me! Everything is counterintuitive with these idiots. Who comes up with this shit? In case the aircraft carrier keeps attacking the same ship repeatedly, the ship's AA strength will get significantly stronger for a period of time, making it counterproductive for aircraft carrier to keep focusing the same target. Ah! Fucking imbeciles! We also want to provide a new counterplay mechanic. Oh, well, this is going to be good. Counterplay mechanic for surface ships that amounts to blinding the carrier. Surface ships will be able to restrict the spotting ability of an aircraft carrier for a period of time, resulting in the inability to see and strike ships effectively that would otherwise not be spotted by allies. This mechanic will, however, not be effective against proxy spotting. Additionally, this prototype allows us to... It's just best to move on. Honestly, the best way to read Wargaming dev blogs is just read it once, not very thoroughly, and just move on. Just move on, because the more you come back to it, the more you want to dissect, the more you want to talk about it, the more you want to fucking shoot yourself in the head. This prototype allows us to experiment with the concept of adding another layer of depth in gameplay and control for aircraft carrier players taking manual control of their guns. Similar to main battery guns on surface ships when not controlling a squadron. These will be the largest caliber secondary guns available on the carrier. This should provide a new way to deal with close range stuff. I'm just making a mistake here. I'm not listening to my own advice. I'm going to reread this. Additionally, this prototype allows us to experiment with the concept of adding... How does this allow you to... Oh, whatever, forget it. Adding another layer of depth in this game. And control for aircraft carrier players taking manual control of some of their guns. Is this for aircraft carrier players or for everybody else? This is actually for fucking aircraft carriers. Aircraft carrier spotting capabilities will decrease. Surface ships will have new tools for active. Keyword is active. While your AA is not doing anything and staying dark and silent. Counterplay against carrier. Constant attacks against the same target will become less effective. And the value of AA consumables will increase. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. On the other hand, aircraft carriers will be able to reach their targets faster and launch more attacks. This is why I don't read dev blogs anymore. They're idiots. I've been to St. Petersburg. I've seen these people with my own eyes. I had these two eyeballs look into their eyeballs and see infinite pool of stupidity and shallowness. It was incredible. It was such an eye-opening experience that I wish I never had, to be honest. It was detrimental to my soul to look into the eyes of these human beings that were supposed to have brains and gray matter and intelligence, come up with shit like this, and they think they're original and they think they're good and they think they're smart and everything, and just it takes you a bit of time to figure out that what they're saying is actually complete bullshit and stupid and bad. But they never managed to get to that level. They're like, no, 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 this is great. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. We know what we talk about. I'm like, oh, yes, yes, yes. I don't understand. I, who play your game 24/7, you understand. You definitely understand. How many games did you play of World of Warships? Do you even have an account? Moving on. Our main goal is to improve the interaction between surface ships and aircraft carriers as a whole, and we don't want to reduce the overall damage capabilities of either side. How could you reduce the damage capabilities of ships? They don't have any in terms of, shooting plane. Therefore, along with the introduction of new mechanics, we will be making balance changes to all surface ships, aircraft carriers in the game to preserve their core gameplay features while preventing them from being over or underperformed. As if that has any meaning when wargaming is the one doing that. Due to the scale of this change, we expect to have to make additional balancing changes in the future. Oh, 9,000 IQ there statement. Both for aircraft carriers and AA, since this prototype is in active development. We can't share more. Oh, fuck off, wargaming. Submarine changes. That's a very good and promising start. Is that supposed to be an I in parallel? Jesus Christ. We want a submarine change for quite some time now. We'll implement these changes gradually, blah, blah, blah. Upcoming changes are aimed to address the following problems. The situation where current mechanics allow submarines to perform successful shotgunning of enemy ships. Oh, but I thought that wasn't a thing, wargaming. I thought there's no such thing as successful shotgunning anymore. You fixed that, right? Oh, now they're going to explain to us what shotgunning means, as if, they're the ones playing the game and not us, as if they know what shotgunning is and not us. Lack of consistent and understandable interactions between submarine and surface ships, and in particular, lack of additional ways for both sides to counter each other. At the same time, we want to maintain the current level of combat effectiveness of submarines in battle, which we plan to achieve through a series of balance. Oh my god. But that's it? They're not going to say shit? Oh god. Some cruiser branches will receive the submarine surveillance consumable. Oh, that's nice. Commonwealth cruiser line as well as Italian and Japanese cruiser branches. Venezia, Zao, Yodo branches. How did they manage to pick all the cruiser lines which are supposed to stay in the back and not actually get close to the front line? Unless this submarine surveillance is going to be at least 10, 12 kilometers, which I guarantee you it will not. These are not going to ever essentially be able to use it effectively. Interesting new. More branches will receive this consumable, okay? We also plan to change the mechanics of hydrophone consumable. It's intended for a more defensive than offensive use. So but of course you don't want us to hunt your precious submarines. So we will limit its functionality to highlight ships only momentarily on the minimap in a certain radius. Oh. War Thunder? Did they inspire you? Did they do something we've been telling you to do for ages and you were like, oh, that works? The only problem is in this game, it's going to be worse. Similar to hydroacoustic search, visually this consumable will work the same way as before. Additionally, the consumable will now be able to detect targets even through terrain. When submarines when submarines use it to highlight the ship above them and in their line of sight, that ship will appear as a silhouette only for a short period, about 6 seconds, and then disappear. Targets behind the terrain will be displayed as a short flash without a silhouette. This change removes the ability for submarines to closely track their targets and thus pulling off successful shotgunning interactions more difficult. It should also make this consumable function closer to hydro and surveillance radar, making it easier to grasp and understand. Please don't say something like that. You don't have a fucking clue what complications mean, or what simple means, or what is easy or hard to grasp and understand. You fucking idiots. You have no idea what's easy or complicated. You made the most complicated fucking game in history of complications. This is not supposed to be such a complicated game. It could be 20,000 times easier and simpler. Oh, but no. This one has a silhouette. This one sees this much. There's a proxy. You can see through land. You can see through land. You're a ping on the map. You can spot. You can't. You can spot only when attacking. You can spot only when not attacking. You are invincible. You are invulnerable. You are invisible. Great. Oh, they're gonna make shit easier for us to grasp and understand. Oh, thanks, Wargaming Overlords. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's move on. While taking into consideration the impact of the improvements for detecting submarines and dealing damage to them, we plan to... They're fucking idiots. We plan to improve the turning... I'm fine. I just have these random attacks. Like, just builds up, okay? It builds up. While taking into consideration the impact of improvements for detecting submarines and dealing damage to them, we plan to improve the turning circle radius of all so that they have more opportunities to avoid detection by enemy ships. Yeah, why not make them Ferraris? Why not just make them fucking Ferraris? Why not? Why not? Well, I mean, why not? Make him F-35 or F-22s. How about that? Make him just go like, why not make him fly? Give him wings. Why not? We will update some combat signals for submarines to reflect these changes. Among other changes, audio and visual submarine collision warning will be added for the game for submarines. Of course, we wouldn't want them to, once in 7,000 games, accidentally take each other out like little shits and make the game better for both teams. No. Allowing submarines that have not detected each other to be aware of approaching one another at distances of less than 2 kilometers. Yes, of course. Future updates. As another step in solving the shotgunning, we will test torpedoes with a gradual speed and damage increase over. If this solution is effective enough and it is a good fit for our game, some more submarine torpedoes may be rebalanced to be less dangerous in close proximity but more powerful at longer range. Dynamic torpedo speed. The torpedoes will be very... As you can see, this is all very simple and easy for us to grasp and understand. New mechanic on top of a new mechanic on top of a new mechanic, because they can't fucking figure it out, and that some things just don't belong in the game. They can't. They just can't. It's too hard to grasp and understand, using their own words. They can't. So they have to come up with a mechanic to counter a mechanic, to work on top of a mechanic on top of a mechanic that's about to be all compact for a new mechanic that's going to arrive. That's their way of trying to deal with shit, instead of just accepting that some things are not supposed to be. The damage from torpedoes will be very low within close proximity, and after traveling some distance, their potential damage will increase. Yeah, we'll see. We will see about how this is going to work. We're planning to update submarine commando skills model in the first half of the year. Quite some time has passed since their introduction. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know. Like, it's just like whatever. It's just there's a reason why I stopped reading dev blogs. It's never anything smart. They're really like there's never anything smart. You just get to see just how dumb these people are. Nothing else. It's just overcomplications on top of overcomplications, and then we wonder, how is World of Warship's player base so fucking stupid? I mean, to a degree, that's true, but to a degree, this game is so overly complicated. It's overly complicating the most basic and simple things in this game that if you're new, you're going to be in tier 10 within 2 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, you're going to be in a tier 10. You're not going to understand anything. Anything. There's way too much shit happening. And all they want is just to keep swiping your credit card. Be a ninja. Be the Aikido, Judo, UFC, MMA. Take it all. Have all the belts. Have all the credit cards. And just like swipe it all. Give the wargaming dance. Give them all your money. They will give you all the shit in the world that you don't know how to use and what to do with. And then you're just going to keep wanting more because this doesn't work. I need a new one. I need a better one. If you enjoyed this unbiased, completely calm and very in-depth and thorough analysis and a read of this text provided by really intelligent human beings who I so deeply apologize for offending. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And, leave me a couple of those comments. Oh my God, Flambe. Why do you still play this game? If you don't like it so much.